here's what the CTX700 looks like with the full fairing removed. If you're going to add any DC powered devices on here, you do it right here. It doesn't take too long to remove it, but if you don't know what you're doing, you can break it. Connections and disconnections that you have to make are like the turn signals. These have to be disconnected. One there, and where's the other one? Nice. Now I can't even, oh, here it is. There's the other one for the right side. And if you have a power supply in the top, you have to disconnect that from your sub harness right there. When you're putting this back together, make sure that this boot is inside here. And I had the Honda shop one time do it, and the boot was all inside the unit like that. So just make sure it's inside so that the outer edges are not sticking beyond here and the inner sides are underneath the plastic. Then you line up these bolts here and you line up this connection here, making sure that all your wires and cables behind there are still straight. Go around to the other side, line up this one right there. So those are the first 4 bolts that we'll put back on. Okay, the side panels push straight on. So they're gonna go in here, 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 and then these notches up above, and it's just gonna push straight in. That's this panel right here. As you're lining up the side panel to push it into place, make sure that this is behind this red piece before you push it in. And it's probably easiest if you start with the big buttons that are at the bottom down here. There's 3 of them. And then once you get those in place, just push everything into the side. Once you have your top panel on, if you have the power supply and the little frunk here, make sure you reconnect the power on that. Side panel pushed on, you're going to need 2 of the metal screws and 2 of the larger rivets, plastic rivets. The 2 screws are going to go here and here, and I'll show you from the other side. The 2 plastic rivets are going to go in here and here on both sides. Do not, I repeat, do not drop this screw, or which screw? This screw down into here. It's going to make you cuss up a storm. So if you should be careless enough to drop the screw, this one that goes in here, down inside here, you have to take the whole side panel off again. Then you have to take this panel off the side. Actually, before you take that panel off the side, you have to take this off the bottom. And then it helps if you have this device. It's called a wet noodle. It's flexible and it's got magnets at either end. Check out laborsavingdevices.com or LSD. And this is one of the tools I use for work. That way, if it's sitting way down inside there like this was, sorry, you can just push that in, grab it, and pull it out. The side piece requires you to pull this out right here to get it unstuck from one of these rubber grommets, and then take out these 2 large screws that go in here and here. This muffler shield back on. You line up these points inside here with these points here. From the front, you slide it back into place and then line up that screw down front there. Here and here in, you can go ahead and apply the front. Now the front, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to reconnect the turn signal, and then it slides in from the front towards the back. So it has all these catches that, as you see, that you slide backwards, And you must do the left side first because the left goes underneath the right. The inside of the fairing, you can see all those protrusions coming out there and there and there. They're going to slide into these holes here, here, and I believe up here. It's right there. Okay, once you think you have it slid on, make sure that this seam right here is on straight. Then you can pop these two right over the top here. Go around to here, make sure everything's straight here, and then you'll push the whole thing straight into the side of it. All right, once you have the fairing popped into the side, you're going to need this screw right here, which goes down through this washer, this rubber washer down into here. And then you're going to need these little push rivets. Now don't do these wrong like I did and break this one on the side. What you do to get them out is, instead of trying to push them backwards, you take like a small Allen wrench or something in a real small diameter and push it straight in, and it'll pop through to the other side and loosen up. And then once you get it out, you can put it in this way and then pop it in flush. I found these online, like 100 of them for, I don't know, it was under 10 bucks. Honda wanted to charge $5 a piece for these little tiny things. So be careful with them. Even though I broke the tip, this one will still work. And it's right down here. So there and there. Actually, got a third spot here. No, that's a screw, and here's the two little pop rivets. So once you get the sides slid into place and you put the rivets down below, you have to put these two screws in up front. So next you'll put the front on, and there's these 4 clips. They're there, and they go into those 2 holes and those 2 holes. And then one of those little pop rivets goes in here and here. The last pieces to go on are these 2 pieces here. You just got to get this seam right along here all aligned and make sure that this clip is in right there before you put the 2 screws in here and up here, and then you put one of the little pop rivets right in here.